Hi everyone, I hope you find well. My name is Eduardo and today I'm going to present a paper called Characterization of Library Lighting Design, a study of dynamic and static space. The use of space is a fundamental variable in the creative process, so it is included in the lighting design. This paper presents a key to characterize the lighting space to be used in the initial stages of the architectural design. It aims to highlight the role of quantitative and qualitative lighting values of space. To carry on this study, two very different libraries have been analyzed in Barcelona. The first case study corresponds to a university library whose function is reading and mainly individual study. The second case study, the community library, has a more participatory character with society. It includes reading spaces, meeting spaces, learning spaces, and a conference hall. This research compares two library lighting design in terms of spatial configuration. Analyzing false color image reveals that there are different lighting intentions as well. The libraries chosen are typologically different. Both stand out for their light qualities in terms of visual comfort. A comparison serves to draw conclusions that can be extrapolated to any space where culture and its relationship with the individual are essential. The objective seeks to examine the relationship between the activities of the subject and the type of lighting of the object. The first case, the Depository Library, it is located in the Sant Martí district of Barcelona. Constructed in 1874 by Josep Fontserra as a water tank to feed the waterfall fountain inside the park, the old water tank was later refurbished as a library by Luis Clotet and Ignacio Paricio. For this study, it was selected 3 photo sessions because it is relevant to focus on reading activity and search book activity. As mentioned before, 3 photo sessions were taken in the group reading place, in the individual reading place, and in the corridors. All photographs were taken on the same day on June 16, but at different hours. The sky was partially clear. Due to the distance of the high-level windows from work plane, the artificial light plays a central role in the scene studied. The lamp model used was fluorescent film master on the furniture. The second case is the Agustí Centellas Library, which opened in 2010. It is located in the Eixample district of Barcelona. The architect Rajol and Vidal had to group different uses and users in one building: a civic center, an auditorium, a nursery school, and a library. 3 photo sessions were also taken here. The choice of each HDR photo follows the same criteria as before: a place of shared reading, individual reading, and corridors. On the other hand, the interiors are illuminated by natural light through the northeast and southwest facing facade. These photographs were completed at 11 hours on June 22, when the sky was partially clear. The artificial light, on the other hand, comes from fluorescent Philips Master TLD on the ceiling and Philips Tornado T2 on the table lamp. On the one hand, the results in the Depository Library shows that the luminance level at the work plane are greater than the luminance level in the environment. The luminance value on the desk of group and the individual reading place are near 100 candela per meter square, while the luminance value in the surrounding surface are mainly 10 candelas per meter square. So, the ratio of the environment and the work plane in this university library is near 1 to 10. For the other hand, the results in Agustí Centellas Library reveals that the luminance level in the reading zone are lower than the luminance level in the surroundings. The luminance values on the work plane are between 100 candela per meter square as well, and the luminance level of surface from the exterior are primarily 1000 candela per meter square when it's facing window. So the ratio in the environment of the work plane in this community library is near 10 to 1. Furthermore, we can see that the light distribution is more uniform in the community library than the university library. The percentage of light distribution is higher in group reading place than individual reading place. The comparison of each sense studied between both libraries serves to draw conclusion that the light distribution tends to be more uniform in group reading place than individual reading place. In the Deposit DIY library, the ratio between the luminosity of the background and the work plane is 1 to 10, while the Agustín library, the ratio is 10 to 1. The inversely proportional change is perhaps due to the change in space usage of both libraries. In the first case study, it was found that all the spaces are conditioned just for the study of university students. The university library has directional lighting which helps to focus on reading activity, so it has mainly a static use of space. In the second case study, it was observed that there are a wide variety of activity in addition to reading. The community library has diffuse lighting connecting the interior with exterior visually, so it has mainly a dynamic use of space. According to the results obtained, it seems that for spaces intended just for reading, it's preferred to focus on the highest luminosity of the work plane. In spaces that requires multiple activities, there is a preference for putting more light intensity on the surface that defines the space. Although, it is evident that each activity requires a different lighting design. The present work reveals that the uniform light distribution allows the development of greater number of activities simultaneously. The bibliography can be consulted after the presentation. Thank you very much to everyone.